A leaked clip from the UK Coast Guard shows a humanoid figure with glowing eyes breaching the surface. In a murky lake video, a swimmer dives down and is met with a loud, deep growl. What he captures next is chilling. And just what is this thing thrashing in the water? Well, these are more real mermaid sightings deep-sea fishermen can't explain. Do you spot something in the water here? It's hard to see at first, took me a few watches, but here it is slowed down. Keep your eye on the right-hand side of the screen. A creepy humanoid figure breaches the water before slipping back down below and presumably swimming to the left side of the boat because the sailor reacts, moving to the other side trying to keep his eye on the thing. This was supposedly leaked footage from the UK Coast Guard. They've been searching for a man who'd gone overboard. Whatever they spotted here though was clearly not human. The speed of this thing, the way it moves, the glowing eyes, very unsettling. This is a pretty creepy video. It was filmed in what looks like a lake, and I'm not sure where, but a dude is filming himself swimming around in the murky water. He comes up to get some air, and when he dives back down, we hear this loud growling sound. Take a listen to this. The idea of swimming out in the lake alone and then ducking your head down underwater to see and hear that, yeah, that's a no thank you. And I'd be out of the water so fast, or I'd just have a heart attack and I would drown. Instead, cameraman decides to follow this thing though. Again, it's really effective. The sound here, the murkiness of the water, it just adds some real creep factor to the whole thing. This isn't the type of mermaid video where you're in this beautiful, blue water and it's all gorgeous. This is different. Finally though, the guy comes back up out of the water and we see this. What do you think of this one? Real or hoax? Let us know down in the comments. Can you describe what's going on here? Something's definitely in the water. This video doesn't look doctored to me. As for what it is though, I have no idea. I don't have any info on this clip. I don't know where it was filmed, or I don't know who the original uploader is. People are pretty divided in the comments too. A couple people say it looks like something eating a seal, others say an otter, crocodile, snake, Nessie, and of course, possible mermaid sighting. There are also a lot of comments that are just hearts or like laughing emojis for some reason. Are those the feelings you get watching something weird undulating underwater? Like, oh. Are people okay? This next story comes to us from Reddit from a now deleted user. He worked as a fisherman though, and wrote the following. I've debated posting this for a while. I used to run deep sea charters out of Valdez, mostly halibut and black cod. Commercial and sport. Not much spooks me. I've seen weird lights, heard things I can't explain, but chalked it up to fatigue or whiskey. What happened in 2014 still bothers me. It was just me, an old-timer, Bobby, and a deckhand, Reed. We were about 100 miles offshore. Calm water, overcast skies, quiet. Around 2 a.m., Reed comes up from the stern and says, "You hear that?" We kill the engine, and sure enough, there it is. This faint, echoing singing from somewhere out on the water. A woman's voice, slow and drawn out. It didn't sound recorded, it sounded wet, like it was coming from beneath us. That's when Bobby starts walking toward the edge of the deck, like he's in a daze. I grab his jacket before he leans over. He looks at me like I just woke him up from a dream. Says it felt like someone was humming right next to his ear. The singing stopped after maybe 5 minutes. We didn't say much the rest of the trip. I've worked these waters 20 years. That's the only night I've ever felt like we weren't alone out there. This next video comes out of France. Apparently a diving instructor decided to scrub through security camera footage after hearing something. So we see a woman walk in wearing nothing but a towel. She then dives into the water, pretty normal so far, aside from the fact that the woman kinda reminds me of the ghost girl from The Ring. But then the water starts to bubble and churn, like something's happening under there. And that's when we see the water start overflowing out of the pool. This woman is having quite the swim. Then we cut to security camera down below and see what looks like a webbed hand press up against the glass enclosure. This is a pretty effective video. video. Definitely gets the imagination going. Is it real though? I'm going to go ahead and let you be the judge of that. This has become a rather well-known piece of footage taken in 2013 off the coast of Mallorca, Spain. It has some people convinced that a real mermaid was captured on camera that day. A tourist filming from a boat caught something unusual perched on a rocky outcrop near the shore. At first glance, it looks like some kind of sea creature with long fish-like tail, a bluish tint, but what is it doing out of the water? And when you get a closer look, it gets even stranger. The upper body seems oddly human, with two arms and a rounded head. At first, it looks motionless, almost like a statue, but then it moves. So, what's really going on here? Could this be proof that mermaids exist? Is it an elaborate hoax, some clever CGI, or just someone in a costume? Let us know what you think. This man's seen and heard some very eerie stuff while out on the water. Ryan Coleman is a fisherman from New Bedford, Massachusetts, going by Sauce90 on TikTok. He's posted some pretty eerie videos on there, most of them having to do with unsettling things that he sees or hears out at sea late at night. In this first clip, he captures something swimming near the surface of the water at a pretty solid clip, keeping up with the boat. But this next part is where it gets really eerie. It's late at night and now he starts hearing this haunting cry, almost like a siren's call, coming from somewhere out in the waves.
I hear him. Where's he at? What the is that noise, bro?
It's cool actually seeing something like this. You really get a sense of why so many sailors back in the day would spin tales of strange encounters they had out at sea, and what they could only assume were ghostly cries of mermaids luring them into the water. If you didn't know any better, that's exactly what you'd probably think too. A lot of commenters say this is most likely the sound of orcas though, but all the same, it's this pretty eerie, haunting sound. Now, fake mermaid videos are a dime a dozen. You see a lot of AI ones these days, a lot of CG ones, but this one is very well done and it's eerie, it's creepy. I do not like it. Imagine swimming around and feeling something slimy brush over your leg and then seeing this pale, horrifying looking water ghoul swimming right next to you. Now, I do not think the video is real, but it's creepy all the same. The movement of the water, the quality of the costume, it looks really good. It doesn't look like CG to me. It looks like it's actually someone in a costume, which makes it even more impressive. This took some a bit more dedication, and I don't know where it was filmed, so the mystery behind it just adds to the eeriness. From a fisherman of Reddit comes a wild story of an encounter in Oregon. It goes as follows. This happened a few years ago off the coast of Newport, Oregon. I never know if it's Oregon or Oregon. I hear it pronounced different ways. You locals will have to let me know in the comments. Anyway, continuing on. I was working on a small trawler, a 3-man crew dragging for shrimp about 40 miles out. Around 3 a.m., I'm doing a gear check alone at the stern when I hear a splash. I figure it's a dolphin or maybe a sea lion, nothing unusual out there. But when I shine my light over the side, I catch a flash of something just under the surface. Not a fish, not anything I recognized. It was pale with limbs. Long limbs. Honestly, it looked like a person swimming parallel to the boat, just below the waterline, head tilted up like it was watching me. I couldn't make out a face, just the shape. I called one of the guys over, but by the time he came out, it was gone. He laughed it off, told me I was overtired and fair. I didn't argue, but for the rest of the night, every time I passed the stern, I had this feeling like something was pacing us underwater. I've seen some weird things in trawl nets, but nothing ever gave me that feeling before. We didn't catch much that trip. I didn't sleep. I still don't like working nights after that. Now, imagine you're out on the water, just fishing, enjoying the day, when suddenly something huge breaches the water. Something like this. Patricia and her fiance Dave were fishing near Sanibel, Florida on October 6th of 2013 when they spotted whatever that was. They said it was at least 20 feet long, cutting through the waves at high speed before breaching the surface and twisting around, almost like it had wrapped itself around something before vanishing again. The video uploaded to the Residual Payments YouTube channel is unsettling for a couple reasons. First, the movement in the water starts on the left side, and then out of nowhere, something much further away bursts to the surface. So what are we looking at here? Is it two creatures Or worse, is it just one really big, fast-moving animal? Little Mermaid, more like the chunker mermaid, the next Disney classic. Now, what really sells the footage is the reaction from Patricia and Dave. You can hear them in the background and they sound genuinely freaked out. These aren't tourists mistaking a dolphin for a monster. They're Florida natives who've spent their whole lives around the water, and they were adamant that this thing was not a dolphin or a manatee. Whatever they saw that day left them completely baffled. I've been your host, James. I'll catch you, yes you specifically, in the next video.